G'day geeks, Chris here, and I was in Target recently and I was very excited to find this, which is a remake of the original 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just as we remember them from the 80s. So this 4-pack with all 4 turtles was only $49, as I said, from Target. I haven't found them anywhere else at the moment, so pretty happy to grab this. But let's open this up and see how much nostalgia they generate. Cowabunga. Playmates have been doing the Ninja Turtles since 1987, since they first came out. So, and they have been pumping out kind of these reissues and re-releases rather than a whole bunch of new stuff. But that's cool because the original vintage figures are very pricey. So to see all 4 turtles with their main weapons, it's pretty awesome, and at retail shelves here in Australia. So as I said, I found these at Target. I haven't seen them anywhere else, not at Kmart or Big W or anything like that. But some lovely packaging with the Nickelodeon logo and the familiar Ninja Turtles logo, and it says these are from the 1987 series. So obviously we've got all 4 turtles: Donatello, my favourite, Raphael, Michelangelo and Leonardo, who leads, and the familiar heads and slightly different green skin tone as well, and then some lovely kind of cartoonish kind of pencil art on the sides. We got Leo and Mikey there, and Donnie and Raph on the other side, and on the back we got some more familiar artwork from the cartoon primarily. So and we can see a bit of the independent comic roots of the Ninja Turtles as well. So pretty cool that Playmates are still pumping these out, and it's a good way, rather than pay a whole bunch of money for the original vintage figures, we get these which look just like the original. So here we go, all 4 turtles, just like it's 1987 all over again. Let's open them up. First of all, you will have a bit of a time getting them all out of the package. There are so many twist ties. I've never seen so many twist ties in a figure before, and they also come with these little green, which is fair enough, kind of ties as well. So yes, it's going to take you some time to get rid of them from the plastic. But first impressions, pretty good. Here we go. So obviously these are the 1987 molds, I assume, just like they were in the vintage figures. We've got the coloured bandanas, elbow and knee pads and wrist guards, and we've got the weapons, which are all done in the same colour. We remember that the original cartridge vintage figures had little sprues with all the throwing stars and all the other kind of weapons on them. These don't have come with that. They just have the weapons that we remember them from the cartoon. And yeah, pretty cool. So they are hard heads. They're not squishy heads, but relatively accurate from what I remember. They got the veins and stuff on their and the shells. They got little marks on the shells and that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. I actually don't have any vintage Ninja Turtles figures, so you'll have to tell me in the comments below if these are pretty similar to those. It's funny that you know, Raphael, he's my favourite, but he's the only one with 2 flat feet, and I found him the hardest to stand. All the others have kind of got 1 foot kind of raised off, because they're all in different battle positions, I guess, but relatively easy to stand. They're pretty squat. And yeah, so we've got Mikey, Leo, Don and Raph, and it's good apart from the different colours, obviously different skin tone as well, but so far they look pretty cool. Going in for a closer look, here is Michelangelo, and as I said, they look just like you remember them. I don't know if they are the kind of, I assume they're the same size, but obviously we're older now, so they feel smaller in our hands, but they've got the same articulation, so not a whole bunch of articulation, but these are from 1987. So we got the wrist and the elbow. Really nothing on the knees, just on the hips, but a bit of movement on the ball joint there, and the head can go all the way around as well, which is cool. And they've all got the letters, their initial, on their belts as well, and the shells have the belts on the back are a bit more of a gummy material, which is cool. So I'm hoping that his nunchucks can fit in the back there with relative ease, but pretty cool. There's Michelangelo, and obviously they've all got different head sculpts as well. Basically just their mouth is different, but yeah, not bad at all. Limited articulation, but enough for them to stand comfortably on the shelf. Nothing other waste, obviously, because of the big turtle shell. But there we go, Michelangelo with his 2 nunchucks and his pretty cheeky smile. And yes, his nunchucks do fit in the back loops. So obviously it's not string or anything, it's not flexible, it's not real chain, but it's easy enough to, come on, you can do it, don't make a liar out of me. It's easy enough to put on his back there. So yeah, pretty cool. So there's his nunchucks and he can store them on his shell. Leonardo, who leads with his katana, so his 2 swords, and again, yeah, different skin tone, the same articulation, and they've all got peg holes as well. In fact, I think Donnie's the only one who has 1 peg hole on the feet. All the others have 2. I'm not sure why. No, okay, Michelangelo only has 1 as well, and yeah, Raphael's got 2. Okay, so 2 of them have, the Raph and Leo have 2 peg holes. Mikey and Don only have 1. I don't know why, but interesting. I guess because Mike and Donna have the more raised kind of feet, potentially. I don't know. But yes, here is Leo, the leader. And yes, again, let's see. One of his swords was a bit bent out of the package. That was just kind of the way it was stored in the plastic tray. But, you know, again, that's not a big issue. And the weapons are all done in 1 colour. You can hold them easily enough. And that's the big test here. See if we can actually fit them in. I mean, it's good that they do this, so you know, the weapons aren't going to go flying or get lost easily if you can actually store them on the figure. Oh, perfect. Looks like X from X-Men, so yeah, no problem holding those as well. And I would assume that they can all hold each other's weapons because they're the same mold. So there we go. Leonardo, 2 katanas right on the back, looking pretty cool. There we go, Leo. Go and lead. The purple clad Donatello, and it's interesting that they are, obviously apart from the colours and the face and the skin tone, they all look different because of the not only the weapons but also the bandoliers or the belts are different as well because they have to hold their weapons. So he comes with his trusty bow staff, which as you can see he can hold in 2 hands, and it's got a bit of a wrap there on the side, but I do find that it is a bit loose to hold like that, so just to be careful of that. So it's probably easier if he does wield it with 2 hands most of the time. Bit of flex to it, but you know, it's not brittle or anything, which is fabulous. And let's see if we can actually fit his bow staff in the back. Same articulation as well on all of these figures, which we've come to expect from Playmates. So is this going to fit in the back? Let's have a look. It's actually got 2 holes there on the back, which is interesting. Okay, it's a little bit of a tighter fit, but gosh, I don't know if it's gonna. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's better. It's good that the belts and the weapon storage is a bit more of a slightly stretchier material, so it's not a hard plastic. So that's great. So there we go, Donnie with his bow staff. Finally, my favourite, Raphael. Don't know why it's my favourite. I mean, I do like the colour red. It's kind of Superman and Flash's colour, so maybe that was why. But he comes with his 2 sai, and again, he can hold them easily enough. In fact, he can probably hold them. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I've still got a twist tie. Geez, they just don't let up with these twist ties, do they? And he can probably hold them upside down as well, I would say, for a bit of stabby action. And ideally, that would fit in the back as well. Interesting. Okay. So he doesn't have 2 holes on the back. I see. They should go on the front, but I guess that because the original sprues came with that kind of dagger handheld weapon, which these don't come with, so that's why there's that extra space on the back. So they didn't obviously change the belt, but that's okay. They can go right in the front. Can he put his arms down? Yep. Cool. So yeah, he looks pretty good there with his big menacing grin, but I wonder if both of these can actually fit in there as well, even though they're not intended to, but okay, cool. So just like Leonardo, he could fit 2 weapons on his back as well if he wants. So there we go, my favourite, Raphael. I will say with Michelangelo's nunchucks, they do take a bit of finagling to come out of the back of his belt, and there's a bit of the dreaded white plastic stress fracture because it's so thin. So just be careful when you take Mikey's nunchucks out the back of his belt. All the other weapons are fine though, I had no problem with those. I don't have a lot of other Ninja Turtles for comparisons, but here is the the wrestling, the WWE crossover with the Ninja Turtles from quite a few years ago now. We've got the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man, Randy Macho Man Savage. So pretty cool. I love the old crossover figures. So there we go. There's those two. This is the kind of original comic kind of style with a bit of a shading, and in the comics they all had the red bandana. So yes, that's not a mistake. Leonardo with a red bandana. That's what that looks like in the original 84 comics. So pretty cool. And again, these are from Playmates. Yes, from quite a few years ago. Pretty good carded example there. I actually got that, I think, at a boot sale, car boot sale. And lastly, this is one of the reissues, also from Playmates, with and you can see the red bandanas there of Raphael with the very funny but very unmistakable artwork on the back. And that's the sprues that I was talking about with all the other weapons, including the one that goes on the back of his belt, which is that one there. So yes, you can see pretty similar. So yeah, pretty awesome that Playmates are still releasing all the originals for us as kids, if we don't want to spend the money getting the original vintage figures. So pretty happy with these for Playmates. $49 for all 4 turtles with their weapons from Target. Hopefully you can find them. Raphael is my favourite. Who's your favourite Ninja Turtle? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye, geeks.